All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to EU4 Third Rome. Um, there is a really awesome thunderstorm happening outside my house right now. I don't know if it'll be audible or not in the video. Hopefully, you get to hear a little of the rumble as we go along here. So, where we are now, when we left off, we had taken over quite a bit more of Europe. Poland no longer exists. I'm gonna turn the music off, but I might just turn it down so I'm here. I don't know how. It's already down pretty far. So yeah, we had taken over quite a bit here. Now we have some issues with that, right? We have this issue of looming uh, internal conflicts, our stability. Actually, everything is fine. It's just our religious unity, which is really just a matter of converting provinces to Orthodoxy. It's just something we have to do. We have until November of 667 before anything might happen. And we'll probably be okay. We'll try to boost stability a little bit here soon. And we have some potential rebel uprisings. That's fine too. We'll deal with those. Our overextension is not horrible, but we do want to get it down. But I think before I core anything else, I'm probably going to try to boost my stability a little bit. We are, as you can see here, way over governing capacity. That's just a kind of a reality of playing wide like this. When you're playing tall, there are options which I could do as far as building stuff that like courthouses and whatnot that make the governing capacity easier. I just haven't been investing the time or money to do it. It's I'm blobbing right now is what EU4 players would say, and it's more fun, So we have a government reform. What can we do to the government here? We're going to strengthen. We can transition back to a monarchy. I might hold on to that. Get my stability up to 2. Then I lose 3. So right now we're a patriarchy. Or a patriarchate, rather. Yeah. I think what we'll do is we'll just go... We'll strengthen the religious head. Gives us more absolutism. And so where we are now, okay, so we have our military is pretty strong, but we need to be building it up. And we also are starting to fall behind in terms of military technology. So the Ottomans are at 63, we're at 64, Hungary's at 66, France is at 66. So we need to really get our military tech up. As you can see, we're having a bonus because we haven't embraced global trade, which is really just a matter of money. I could take out loans. We've done this before. Not making a whole lot of money right now. Take out a loan so that we can embrace global trade. So that we can get our military tech up. This is going to give us more combat width. Embrace manufactories. That's going to be a while. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our army maintenance down some. Let's make sure all of our forts are mothballed. I don't really like bringing the army maintenance down because it's something you have to think of when you go to war, that you have to get that back up. But to make some money, what do we have that's better? Swivel cannon is better than leather cannon. Alright, so our combat width went up to now it's 34. So we have all of these units that are not going to be our full combat width, but we're going to start making new units that will be our full combat width. We're at 540 of 775. And then the other thing, I'm going to start doing that here in a second. The Ottomans are in a significantly weakened position compared to us. So it would be worth coming back down here and hammering the Ottomans some more. And also Georgia. We might as well make them disappear at some point. And the other problem we're running into, so like Hungary here, they have a lot of territory that I need to claim. The problem, of course, is that Hungary is Catholic. And when we were last playing, it was Spain who was defender of the Catholic faith. Now it's Portugal. So any war that we end up with Hungary in, or any Catholic nation, is going to call not just them and their allies. See, Hungary is only actually allied with a few very small places, but it's going to call the protector of the Catholic faith in with them. So which just gets us into more of a fight. But see, Protestant nations like Saxony, there's a coalition also now. I forgot about the coalition. Saxony's not a Protestant nation, Saxony is a Protestant nation. They are not a Catholic nation, so they're not protected by the defender of the Catholic faith. The Ottomans in a coalition, it doesn't look like it. Alright, so what we're going to do here, you can go up to 34, so we're going to start with our 4 cavalry. And then 34 cannon. Oh, we hit our manpower limit. Oops. So we'll just have to remember to go back and finish those cannons when we get enough manpower. Dead now, but it'll be okay. We have 18 cannon. That'll get us to 34. lead from St. Petersburg. We already own Constantinople. This one seems better for now. When we get to the Third Rome, then we'll get the ability to move the capital to Constantinople, and that's really what we want. But first we need to... We have this Annex Carpathia, and then protect the Southern Slavs. We need to do that, and then hopefully prevent this disaster from happening, which, because we brought the land maintenance down, could happen sooner. Hopefully if we boost stability. I wonder if this is the downside of having a government that is a patriarchate, is that whole religious unity thing, which makes it difficult. Maybe switching to a patriarchate was a bad idea. Maybe we should have stayed a monarchy. Bring these guys down here, and then we'll split them. France paid all the foreign debt of Austria. That means Austria's in a bad position here. If the French are taking on their debt. This is another problem with having the land maintenance all the way down, is that then I have to put it up so I can send these guys over here to suppress this rebellion. disaster at all, which we probably are not going to be able to avoid because there's just no way we're going to get our religious unity up high enough. Oh, there. So 3 stability. That's cool. That's very convenient. So I guess that's the trick to being a patriarch, is you just have to keep your stability very high. Send all these guys here. So, they're 63, or 65, and we have way more than they do. So we, I think, I'm going to start building a spy network, because they're allied with Kandar, and I want to take that also. We're going to come back and see what we can take from the Ottomans. Two Sicilies wants to claim Malta. Yeah, best of luck. Do we still have a truce? Doesn't look like it. We need to make sure these guys have generals. We get close to having a claim fabricated. We're going to start to bring our armies together. They will experience some attrition, but not as much as if we had sent them together this whole time. Claim. That's all right. I'll worry about that stuff later. So we've got other armies that aren't. We'll leave those guys back here just in case there are any rebellions or whatnot. All right. So we are now at war with the Ottomans and their allies. Oh, see, I forgot to turn my army maintenance up, so my the morale of some of my armies is down, but that's okay. They'll increase here fairly quickly. You can see we want to be careful, even though the Ottomans, we outnumber them considerably, and we have a higher military tech. I mean, they're still walking around with an army here. You have 75,000 guys, so we definitely want to make sure we're not accidentally leaving anybody just out there alone. They're still dangerous. I mean, we're going to win this war. At this point, the Ottomans are nowhere near the power that they were at the beginning of the game. Like, we're definitely going to win this. But, I mean, they can still make us bleed if we're not careful. So. Potentially. Where are they going? Now we leave an army here. That'll keep all these guys stuck. We've captured Kandahar. We've still got some pretty big Ottoman forces over here. Just destroyed Kandahar's army, so they're effectively out of this fight. Ultimately what I want to do is annex them. But yeah, they're not going to let me right away. We're not going to be able to get in there, but those guys are going to sit there. They're just going to suffer attrition. We're going to keep these guys here to keep them there. And they don't have any transports here. So there's no way these guys can get them across. Those do have some transports. Nowhere near enough, though. Not to do it all at once. Which would be dangerous, because then they'd be pulling, you know, bits and pieces of the army over, which we could destroy in detail. So it's unlikely that they're going to try to do that. They're probably just going to sit right there the rest of this war. I might try to take that island and some of this territory here from them, which will make it impossible for them to do that in the future. Or with the Timurids? No. They're doing the classic come around from behind. That's okay. We're going to send guys up here. Let them finish that. Send them up here. So they're going to let me annex them now. So we're just going to go ahead and take Kandar. They don't exist anymore. That was one of my goals. So now, you see, I control the entirety of the Black Sea coast. Like, the Black Sea is mine. Figure out where all these guys are that I'm at war with. Altana's down here, okay. Gotta knock some of these guys out. Lost the siege. Oh, up here. Alright, well that's why we left. Oh, actually I'm not gonna pull any of those guys up. Send these guys around here. I guess not. Okay, we're gonna go here. 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 Did I lose a battle? Where are they going? What? No. You, no. Okay, you're not doing it. What? No. What's their military tech? 66, wow. Sultan has dropped out. Where is Kiowa? That's Ottomans. Ottomans. We've got this Tonkish place here. Maybe it's in an area that I haven't discovered yet. Oh, it's down here. Yeah, okay. So that should end basically everything that we have to worry about up here. Now, it's really just a matter of convincing the Ottomans that it's over. Like they are attempting some sort of invasionary effort. I guess, you know, desperation. just crushed those guys. Yeah, so I doubt that they're gonna try anything like that again now. I think. Let's see. Let's see what the Ottomans will be willing to part with. We've got ticking war score, so we can really just wait for it to go up. If we can even get... No. Let's see. So one thing is that, and then we can annex them and have a continuous area. Oh, that's already owned by me. Okay. I'm not going to give up Crete. Take back the Holy Land. What I might do is leave that. So we took some land here, we took a little bit here, we get rid of Kandar, so we now own the entirety of the Black Sea, and we took back the Holy Land, so yeah. So that is a big deal. Alright, now, we're gonna move all these guys back here. These guys are going to be stuck. Actually, why don't you guys see if you can go this way. And you guys do the same thing. So that way you don't get trapped by the rather annoying rules here. We just beat them in a war. I think my army can walk through their territory on its way home. I don't think they're going to stop me. Right? We're going to get armies back kind of to where they were. And then sort them out. These guys all stayed where they were for you. Annex them. It's because they've served us well, but the time has come for them to join the Empire. Mothball all of our forts here. We have 3 loans that we need to start working to pay back. So we put our army maintenance down. It's going to be a while before we are going to war again. So they're still at 66. They're at 66. We're at 65 military tech. But we'll be at 66 here pretty soon. And it's just a matter of embracing manufactories. So we lost, yeah. So we don't have any casus belli for agree, but that's okay. We can make more later. What does the coalition look like? So the coalition still exists. Minus 79, aggressive expansion, 51. So France and Spain, Portugal's not even in the coalition. France and Spain will probably drop out fairly soon. And then once they drop out, like these guys might hang around a little longer, but that's actually okay because I could, if France and Spain drop out, I can kind of steamroll a lot of these guys fairly quick. We still have Sweden and Denmark up here that we need to get rid of at some point. They're kind of low on the priority list. Ulm has entered into the coalition. Coalitions can be, you know, they can be frightening and they can be dangerous if you're playing. You know, I'm playing on the very easy difficulty because I'm really not very good at this game. On the harder difficulties, they'll be more aggressive, but even on a harder difficulty right now, it's unlikely. How do you just stop? Because they made it to Switzerland, and Switzerland is my territory, so they're just going to sit there. Unless somebody grants me military access, which nobody's going to do. The best option might be just to, like, well, no, I mean, our manpower is still going up, even with them suffering that attrition. The next time we have a war, they'll be able to move. The coalition, even if we were playing on a higher difficulty, though, probably wouldn't be looking to attack anyway because we're so powerful. Yep, France just left the coalition. So, like, you know, Saxony is in this coalition against us. They have way more people than we do. But on an individual level, each one of those nations is so much weaker than we are, just alone, you know, plus our allies, that it's just unlikely, really unlikely that they're going to try any sort of coalition war, and especially now where France has just dropped out. Able to annex them. Right, well, my diplomatic reputation is too poor, I guess. That is not a game audio. That is actually happening outside my house right now. They're Protestant. So as this coalition starts to fade away, I can start making some more efforts here in Northern Europe. Already, France dropped out. Spain probably will soon. Hungary will eventually. Two Sicilies probably will soon. These guys are the ones who are going to stay the longest. They're, you know, also the most afraid of me. Is England in the coalition? No, they're not in a coalition against me. Alright, so we are now on par military tech-wise with our neighbors. We are going to fall behind again, though. See, it jumped to plus 90 because we haven't embraced manufactories, which is going to be it's going to be a while. We really should pay these loans off before we try to work toward that. Sweden is trying to conquer Denmark. That's interesting. They're now at full maintenance and we're still making money. All right, well, we're at about an hour here. France is occupied by the Papal States. What is happening? They attacked the Papal States. They're getting absolutely bulldozed. What? I don't understand. Now I gotta hang on just a second to see what happens here. How the Papal States... I mean, is it like... I won't let me see the... I don't know if there's a way... I want to see the, like, the actual war... Because I wonder if the Papal States, like... I mean, they've got these allies, but they're not... I mean, Venice is okay. But these are not, like, devastate France allies. What is happening? Now I want to see if, like... Okay, so I guess I was wondering if the Papal States would, like, take all of that. How even... I don't understand. I wonder if in the ledger... Whoops. I don't think it shows, like... wars. I wish it did. Like, I want to know what just happened. How did the Papal States so utterly devastate France? I mean, look what's left of the French military. I mean, they've got nothing. I mean, like, if I were to declare war on them right now, that it would be entirely Portugal and Austria. Like, unfortunately, this isn't, like, there's nothing really good I can do. I guess well, on behalf of Brittany, right? Maybe I could. And I could, like, expand Brittany Galere. The same cavalry, we've got 3 times as many infantry, 3 times as many artillery. Yeah. Go for it. And our army maintenance wasn't all the way up, but that's okay. So we're at war with France, Brunswick, Portugal, and we're at war with Austria. Yeah. Let's see if Opal probably won't grant us military access. No. They're about to stack wipe 120,000 soldiers. Oh, maybe not. Yep. Somehow they didn't. I'm really surprised. I thought they were about to stack wipe all of those guys. That's all right. We're at war with. We need to get these guys morale back up. See if my Navy's capable of getting them over there. I doubt it, actually. French are going to invade Iceland. I mean, I guess if that's what they want to do. I wonder if I can. Do I have any claim on England? Well, here. Oh, I have a truce with them. That explains why they're not in that coalition. And we lost a naval battle anyway. Austria is willing to drop out, yeah. apologized. I guess I haven't said anything in quite a while. My bad. I've not been muted or anything. I just very much focused on this. We still have a truce with them. I was really about to end the video when we get to an hour, but then when the Papal States, like, to see the Papal States bulldoze France like that, like, I knew something had to be going on. France had to be in an extremely weak state for that to be happening. I'm surprised that Portugal hasn't sued for peace yet. Portugal's tough, and like beating them in a war is nice. The downside is kind of like, what am I gonna? I should demand stuff from them, but I could try to take the Canary Islands, that sort of stuff. But I don't know if it'll even. Seems like this is what they don't want to give up. Take us a little Atlantic island to call our own. These guys back up here. It was supposed to be somebody headed up there to deal with them. Oh, there they are. And everybody keeps dying. So we've got France at almost maximum. We have a ticking war score, so there's no reason to not let it get to 100%. When does my truce with England end? Another year. Alright. Just take the whole Atlantic coast of France. There. That all belongs to Russia now. There's a lot of trade and stuff in this area. Of course, all of Normandy, the Channel Islands. France no longer has it. Well, I guess they have a little Atlantic coast up there, but that is it. So we've got now these guys that are... Somebody up here. And then all of these guys need to go around Switzerland so we don't have that same issue that we had last time. Get them back here. These guys have to come down here. And now, before anything else insane happens, right? So we won a decent victory over the Ottomans. We were militarily dominant, didn't take a ton of territory. We did reclaim the Holy Land, though, so we can reconvert that to Christianity. And then we ended up, through just a bizarre moment in history, like just noticing a moment of weakness here with France, we jumped on them, took a bunch of territory. We took some territory from Austria and a bunch of territory here from France. France has now been severely weakened in, through losing basically its entire Atlantic coast. It's got a little bit here, but that's it. We took a little island over here from Portugal just kind of to send a message. But for now, I think that's where we will stop the video. We're at about an hour and a half. Good place to stop the video. When we come back, we'll keep waiting. The coalition, even though we've like taken territories and stuff, they did up our aggressive expansion a little bit, but we need to sort of wait out this coalition. We need to watch maybe when that truce ends in February of 1674, jump on them really quick before they can join the coalition. And because they are allied with Lüneburg, Savoy, and Opel, they are in the coalition, but as long as we don't call them as co-belligerents and they simply honor their treaty, we'll be able to attack them and like conquer them without getting in a fight with the entire coalition, which will allow us to start chipping away at that coalition. Because England's Protestant, we don't have to worry about Portugal. The Protestant churches don't, to the best of my knowledge, don't have protectors of the faith or defenders of the faith, so that's something we don't really have to worry about. And so we can start sort of chipping away at that, wearing these guys down. What we ultimately need is to get to a point where we really don't have enough nations left for there to be coalitions. And once we get to that point, then we can really just take whatever we want from Europe. But for now, this is where I'm going to stop the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been some good background noise. And I will see you when I see you.